will we will be free. For when the rising tide is turned in every London quarter, Parliament comes crashing down with Robert's Rules of Order.
You're too busy drinking.
I know. I haven't been drinking enough.
And also you're making bad jokes. X-rated gutter jokes.
Well, no, those are good jokes. You are the purveyor of bad jokes.
I didn't say they were bad. I just said they were X-rated and gutter jokes.
Alrighty.
Beauty, after all, beauty is in the eye of the beer holder.
It is. Okay, Saturday, the 22nd. It's an interesting font they use for the numbers. I really like it, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, well, when you see the two, you'll see. You'll see why I said that.
Well, there's a 2 on here, too.
Yeah,
so,
but with the 2's right next to each other are very striking. Anyway.
Looks like a duck.
Affleck.
It looks... Does it?
Yeah.
Isn't it dumpy looking?
You got you got the head right here, and it goes down the body,
That's a
and the
swan.
tail sticking up. Well, maybe a swan.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. Ready?
No, but anyway.
And when this dumb thing says the president, I'm going to say the chair because it just bugs me. Okay, here's the question. When the bylaws provide that the chair shall appoint all committees,
Yes.
and there's no colon, they put a period.
What?
Period, no colon. So
Typo.
I'm going to my name is Caryn, and I want to speak to the manager. Shut up, Caryn! All right.
Manager?
Yeah, this is really distracting
Manager,
me.
you took away her colon and left her with her period.
Yes, and
That doesn't work too well.
and you might end up with a semicolon,
Or a
which sounds painful.
or a cactus.
All right. When the bylaws provide that the chair shall appoint all committees, A, the chair is
Stop, rewind, reset, start it over.
When the bylaws provide that the chair shall appoint all committees, A, the chair is also empowered to create committees. B, the nominating committee should be excluded. C, the vice chair can appoint a special committee if presiding in the absence of the chair. D, if the appointees are non-members, no vote is necessary for their approval.
Okay, rewind that one more time.
Okay, so you want the question?
The whole shebang.
Okay, so the question is, when the bylaws provide
Right.
that the chair shall appoint all committees,
Okay.
A, the chair is also empowered to create committees. B, the nominating committee should be excluded. C, the vice chair can appoint a special committee if presiding in the absence of the chair. D, if the appointees are non-members, no vote is necessary for their removal.
Okay, D doesn't make any sense, neither does B. D doesn't make any sense because if they're appointed by a vote, they should be removed by a vote, no matter whether they're members or not.
There was no removal thing.
For D?
For their approval, not
Oh.
removal.
Oh, okay. That's all right. I thought I heard removal.
If the appointees are non-members, no
Right.
vote is necessary for their approval.
Oh, I said removal. I'm sorry, but still, that still doesn't make any sense because you still have to approve their appointment. B doesn't make any sense because why would a nominating committee for who knows what be excluded? A was the chair could appoint all the committees? Is that what you
No,
said?
it would be that the chair is also empowered to create committees.
Well, that depends on how your bylaws are worded.
When the bylaws provide that the chair
chair-
shall appoint committees,
Yeah.
does that, the way this question is asking, would that then entail that they're also empowered to create committees?
That again, well, that's a function of the procedure of the body. So I'm going to set that one aside. But I know C is correct. Because when the vice chair is is acting in the absence of the chair. They have the authority of the chair in that position to take care of that. So yes, they can do that. So I'm going to go C.
This is a shitty question.
That's horseshit!
Just warning you, because you're not. I don't know why C's not right, but it's not.
What?
It's not. But I knew what the right answer was. But to me, there's two right answers here. It is that the nominating committee should be excluded.
Nominating for what?
I just remember this from my test but I don't know why C's not correct. So let's look this puppy up.
Yeah. Nominating for what? Dog catcher? Janitor? Chair? To be nominated to execute me at 2 o'clock? I mean, what? Come on.
Well, do we really even need to vote on that? Page 495.
Yeah, it's Chevy 215. I want to have a last beer.
So do I read it or you read
What
it?
page?
Who reads it?
You do.
Oh, okay.
The person asking the question does.
I got it. Okay, 495.
495. Okay.
We were already almost there. 20, only 2 lines, 26 through 28. Okay. A clause conferring on the chair such power of appointment should exclude the nominating committee. And it may be advisable for such a clause also to exclude all disciplinary committees.
That gets into fuzzy territory.
But it doesn't
Disciplinary
say
committees.
yet why C isn't correct. So
Actually,
I'm gonna,
look higher. Look
Yeah.
higher. Look around line. Is it 18?
10, I would think.
18.
18.
No, line 10 is the end bumper music.
Well, I meant 11. Like where it starts, that whole section.
Right. Yeah, line 15. The president cannot assume such power, the chair, however, unless it is given to him by the bylaws or by action of the assembly in the individual case.
Here's where
When
the
the
answer is.
bylaws provide that the chair shall appoint all committees, this power does not transfer to the chair if someone else presides.
Okay, here they're making a distinction between president and chair, but so I might have been incorrect with switching out president for chair.
Well, that raises the question: what do they describe as the differences?
Yeah, we don't have a president, so I'm wondering if this rule would mean that the vice chair couldn't. I would interpret it that way.
See, I wouldn't, but that's just me. Being a former vice chair and having exercised the authority of the chair in the chair's absence.
I think what they're talking about here, a president is not somebody who has anything to do with meetings. It's just...
See, in the index it says president, see also chair.
Yeah, that's...
Presiding officer, see chair. So, back in the index, chair.
So, this is another weird thing.
Chairman, see chair, duh. Chairman pro tem, absence of president and vice president.
Okay, this is the way I would interpret this. Forget about the whole president-chair language.
Yeah, that's confusing anyway.
Because the vice chair
Yes,
is in fact the chair pro tem
yes,
when presiding.
correct. Or acting chair if the bylaws
Or acting chair,
so provide.
whatever.
Right.
So I still think, despite the word president or whatever here, if the elected chair, the person who has that title
Right.
by...
Being elected as to the
Right, has this power, it does not transfer to anyone else, even if they're temporarily holding the title because of their absence.
Okay, that is screwed up, and I'll tell you why. Because the duty or the power to do something like that, the delegated authority to do that, resides with the position, not with the person. That's one of the key points here.
But Roberts
Roberts is trying to claim here that it applies to the person, and frankly, that's horseshit.
they're carving out an exception.
It's a bad exception to carve out.
And I think I am going to ask on the Roberts forum, though, if there is no president, if this... But I think this is telling us right here the same thing, because the vice president, because it's using the word vice president instead of, would function in the same way, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I don't know why the nominating committee should be excluded. I think the nominating committee, like in our case, would be if we ended up not having a convention and we needed to nominate candidates.
That's what our vacancy committee is for, then. But,
I think they're using that in that way, and you don't want that power in one person.
No, you don't. I can sort of understand that.
So
even if the terminology is vague,
it's a semi-shitty.
Yeah.
Almost. I'd say it's kind of like between semi-shitty and fully shitty.
Well, the fundamental problem here is they're trying to carve out an exception so that for the person occupying the position instead of the position itself. The duties and the obligations of the position are for the position, no matter whether you have Tweety Bird or Joe Stalin sitting in that seat.
What if your chair is in a coma, a medically induced coma, that they know they're going to come out of in a month because they have to heal from... I'm making up shit.
You are fake news.
Sir, you watching Dave the other night?
But, so for that month, no appointments can be made because the vice chair can't...
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, what, yeah. What, yeah.
If the chair gets hit by a bus...
But then...
But
it's going to recover.
But well, no. What if they're in that coma and they're not going to recover?
Well, but then.
But you're in between times between when that happens and when your next meeting is going to be, and you got to get crap done. What do? You
have a special meeting to declare the chair. Yeah.
But then who calls the meeting if the chair is in a veggie state?
The vice chair can call a meeting.
Mm-hmm. But again, unless the bylaws say that the chair calls the meetings. Which is why there's exceptions to the bylaws that say or by some other means.
It's carving out an exception.
Right, but in this case, it's carving out an exception for the person instead of the position, and that's to me.
Well, we've learned something.
To me, that is wrong because it should be based on the position, not who's occupying the seat.
Yeah, but it's a weird. It's like the recusal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, was it me? Yeah, it was me. What would you describe something that's between semi-shitty and fully shitty? What's between semi and full? Semi is like so.
Constipated is not shitty at all.
So semi, but I'm trying to think of the description between semi and fully. That's not really semi. Mostly, it's mostly shitty.
Friend here is only mostly dead.
I'll take it.
I will credit the Princess Bride with that one. All right, it's your turn, Mr. Seebeck.
It's mostly dead.
Right, it's mostly shitty.
Make sure you put that cut in there.
It's mostly shitty.
It's mostly dead.
Favor! Let's hear the opposition side. Like a stubborn donkey's bray. All opposed? You say nay. Opposed! Opposed! The motion carries anyway.